I realized that I'm a horrible mother and wife, so I started working relentlessly to mend my relationship with my husband and my kids. I just realized that I'm a horrible mother and wife. I always thought of myself as a supermom while thinking of my husband as a man-child, but unfortunately, life proved me horribly wrong. You see, I was used to coming home from work to my husband making food for our kids or helping them with their homework, while I myself would head off to the gym or for a run. I got used to this as a norm, and over time stopped seeing the things he did around the house as valid. But then when my husband got the virus and I had to take over in caring for the kids, I noticed just how out of touch I was with them. I noticed that I couldn't cook for them because I didn't know how to. I couldn't help with their homework. I didn't know how to entertain them. All things my husband did flawlessly. He was used to pretending to be movie characters with them. He always kept them occupied with board games, puzzles he came up with himself, trips outside, taught them how to play Minecraft. He even taught my 11-year-old how to cook eggs, and I'm borderline ashamed to say that she can cook eggs better than I can. I wasn't even working while having to take care of the kids while my husband stayed away from us, and seeing firsthand how much work he did daily while working full-time blew my mind. That affair I thought of starting because I saw my husband as unworthy of me left my mind right away, and when my husband stopped quarantining from us, I really began paying attention to how much work he did with the kids. I noticed everything, from the fact he cooked every meal for all of us, to the fact he drove them everywhere, and how he barely slept sometimes just to prepare lunch for us for school and work the next day. He tucked them in at night. He reads them bedtime stories. In the morning, he wakes them up, gets them ready for school, and drops them off before heading to work. He is also the one who picks them up. I, on the other hand, wake up leisurely, eat the breakfast already on the table which he has made for me, and then leave for work. During weekends, I get to have a girls' night on Saturdays and brunch on Sundays religiously, and he sometimes goes to meet his friends on Fridays but stays in often because I make him by complaining or starting arguments as I feel neglected. The more I religiously monitored him, the more I realized he really is the dream dad and husband. He is constantly playing and hanging out with the kids, showing them lots of love. He gets 1 hour a day to himself, and he uses it to play video games. I used to nag him about this hour, but now I see that this is the only time he gets to fully relax. I also noticed that when I'm watching my TV shows, he's still playing with the kids. Sometimes they play Minecraft. I took a peek in their world and they've made huge structures. Sometimes they play with action figures and dolls. He's so engrossed into it that it's like he's one of the kids. He does all of this while sitting on the ground next to me with them. All the times I felt like he doesn't show me affection, he constantly rubs my calf or lays his head against my knees as I sit on the couch, too focused on these dumb reality TV shows to notice. No wonder he's always so exhausted by the end of the day. I did a lot of reflection about all of this, and I realized that I really needed to start pulling my weight around the house, or else there was a real possibility that my husband would divorce me. Last weekend, I decided to stay home rather than go out, and I saw them play with their homemade snakes and ladder game on Saturday night. On Sunday after breakfast, they brought out a huge box of junk which they then used to make their own command center for their spaceship and role-played for the next 2 hours. I never knew they made these things. I felt so left out and awkward because I wanted to get involved like my husband, but just didn't see any place for myself. I don't think they'll ever be as engaged with me as they are with him. I can only wonder how he's coping with all of this on his own silently. I bet he's enjoying himself, but it seems so taxing. So, a few days went by and I honestly was very scared on how to even begin, but one of the days I saw an opening with my kids and I jumped on it. So I was working in my office and during my lunch break I walked in on them making paper airplanes by watching a video online and I decided to join in. As I was helping them make the planes, I could just sense this aura of confusion